Oh, we got to introduce. See, we got to introduce Joe List as the gunslinger. He's coming in as a gunslinger.
We're live.
Are we?
Yeah. Live! It's Friday Night Red! Rick Stone! Live!
There we go.
Live! It's Friday Night Red! It's Rick Stone! Featuring Anthony DeVito! It's Friday Night Red! And me, Dan Shake! Special guest, Gunslinger Joe List and Sarah Tollemache. And now, please help me welcome your host from Astoria, Queens, in the world-famous New York City, Rick Stone.
Nah, man, no Greg Stone tonight, man. Oh man, hang on, we fucked up. Oh boy. Hang on, man. What's up, man? Yo, son, dude.
Hello.
What's up, you little dirty fucking pig?
Hello to you guys.
How you doing, my friend?
Top of the world as usual. How are you?
We gotta let them know what's cooking. We gotta let them know.
We have to see what's on the stove.
Tonight, your show, no Greg Stone, no Anthony DeVito, no way, no how. Let me change these names real quick, so we can put in who's really here. Old Uncle. Your old Uncle Gus.
The fossils of Anthony are still here, and Gregory as well. They're written in screen. Gus. What's happening?
All right. Here we are, old friend. Good to fucking see you, huh?
Good as always, like a bright sunset in front of my eyes. You
Your
appear
face?
like a vision.
You're not covering your face too much. I noticed.
Grandmama has granted me a couple of moments of open mouth.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
For being a good boy.
I'm gonna tell you something, you little son of a bitch. You're covering the microphone. You're covering your microphone with your fucking scarf. So you might want to release the beat. So we can hear you, my good man.
Like a cat does with yarn, let me unravel myself.
Unravel it, you fucking homo. Just a homo. Say it again. Superior. Sexual. 3 kinds. 3 wines. Will you drink with me, my old friend?
3 kinds? Who is this?
I don't know who that is.
Let me welcome you.
Oh,
welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in.
That's right. Let's take a real intro here. Name's Gus Dakota, taking over for the man Greg Stone tonight. Him and Anthony DeVito had a little bit of a cold, so
I'm whipping
cough.
as he spoke.
So we're taking over. We're live at 5. We're gonna whip it up for him.
Who's your Aussie friend?
Whip it in.
Who is my? I don't know. He's my autistic friend. What's
he?
going on? Who is he? Who are you? Tell us who you are, old guy.
I'm Dan Shacky. I got the operation.
Wonderful.
Oh, so the Dan Shacky's still here. Just got a lot more hair. That's what I like to see.
Wonderful. I love your hair.
You must cover up your face, Dan Shacky, or else Big Mama will come for you.
With your appearance, you look like perhaps the hairdresser in Top Gun.
The new Top Gun?
The fighter pilot movie.
Let me set us up, huh?
They do an aside to play beach volleyball for quite a time.
Let me set us up. Let me tell the people what's happening here. What do you think? Or you can I don't know.
Well, first lead.
Why do you look like you're in pain?
I'm in tremendous pain at all times due to the dozens of surgeries I've endured over the years.
What are you talking about, you old piece of shit? What kind of surgeries?
Mainly rotator cuff issues from my old pitching days on the ball path.
You need to cover that face.
There have also been plenty of Botox that has been done to my body, ravaged like Rasputin was thrown through the Russian rivers.
That makes a lot of sense to a lot of different people right now, especially with all we're going through. You know, being thrown to the rivers, the Russian rivers. Sure.
They would toss you like a cinder block.
Now, do you want to have a conversation or do you want to talk about your surgeries?
I didn't open the door for that. You simply walk through. What's with you?
Well, we got to we got to do this show. We got to do the show for old Greg. The man has a minor cough, and Anthony has caught the cough as well. Let's get the people up to speed on who we are. I am your old Uncle Gus, Gus Dakota. I've been living in a life the rigid way. This is my friend Suntune, my life mate.
Perhaps unpack the rigid way for the uninformed.
Hard life. We've recently moved to Bogota, where the liberals have taken over, and all men must cover their faces.
Oh, yes. In accordance with who?
With the rules. The rules of our leaders of the great Big Mama.
Yes, the 9 rules.
9? They added 4.
They add new 5 ones all the time.
I thought there was 5, and then one was, what are the rules? We got to cover your face. Men must cover their face.
Men must always cover their face. 2, be nonchalant when asked to be.
Wait a minute. The second rule is to be nonchalant when asked to be.
If someone picks you apart on the street and says you're too stiff, and then they say to you, "You better lose it up, pal." You be nonchalant. You better be nonchalant upon request.
Rule 2: nonchalant upon request. 3:
have an Android.
Have an Android phone.
You must have an Android phone.
No iPhones allowed under the rule of liberal women.
They'll disconnect them right in front of your face.
You better throw it in the river. Rule number 4.
Eat out.
You got to eat out.
Support local restaurants.
The 4 rules under the women's rules. Women's rules. Big Mama's rules.
Big Mama is a tyrant.
Real bitch. Number 5. I wouldn't say that. I didn't say that. Who said that?
No, but I heard whispers, but I couldn't make out the voice.
Number 6. How many rules are we on? How drunk are you?
What?
How drunk are you, Suntune?
Quite drunk. I feel like Dionysus.
Italian
Isis in the woods. Dionysus mingling in the woods with his elfin friends. Skipping from here to there.
Little there, little here, little there.
Little here, little there. Talking to a tree, talking to a bird, much like the opening of a Disney tale.
Getting very cocky.
Rule 7.
To Milwaukee.
Continue.
What?
Rule 7.
Rule 7.
Yeah, Rule 7.
You must Hillary Clinton's emails.
Yes.
They didn't exist.
There were no emails. She doesn't even own a computer.
We do not acknowledge.
She simply typed all her speeches on a word processor. She doesn't have a PC.
Who?
Hillary Rodham.
Hillary Rodham, but our saint, our saved saint.
Rule number 8. Rule number 8.
Rule number 8, you must attack a beast.
A left-handed beast.
Attack a beast.
Yeah.
Whatever your beast is, you must attack it. My beast was this that I wear upon me. It was the skin
of a Long Island woman.
Close. That's my second beast. This was of a handicapped man's dog.
Beast or beach?
If you see a service animal, you must attack it.
With
that
great
is what I
vigor.
wear. This is the skin of a blind woman's dog, and I attacked it, and now I wear it as my own.
So what of the woman?
What is of the woman?
What
She
happened?
just
What
wanders
comes of her?
about now. She wanders about the town, touching things, looking for her way home, but she'll never find it, as Polka
As
Dot
often-
Jim is dead. I jumped on his back. I jumped on his back and ripped his mouth open and shoved my fist in it.
Violent.
Now I wear his skin as my own as I attacked my beast. What is your beast?
Milk. I have a lactose problem, as I've said before. I cannot tolerate the cows drink. But lucky for me, they are starting to make a milk minus the A2 protein, which allows
almond
milk to pass through me easily.
Almond milk is an option. Also, to defeat your beast, you have to drink the milk.
Well, yes, you have to face your fears in this world, much like the great cliff divers in Acapulco. For many of them are afraid of heights, yet they climb the rocks nonetheless, plunging into the ocean in as little clothing as possible. For kids to watch, no less. It's not right, but it's not wrong.
And the only way to be wrong, sometimes you just got to be right. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, perhaps a
Drink to
bumper
that.
sticker empire is in your future yet, Gus.
hey, let's do a quick whip it up let's whip it up for a few people, huh? We got to keep it legit. Now, do you have any questions, Suntune?
Yes, I have many questions.
Then we'll get
What?
to our first
Give me
pop-on.
minute by minute of your day, every single step
That's not
along
a
the
question.
way.
That's a demand. That's a demand. I woke
Okay,
up.
perhaps
I
I'll
woke up.
reframe it. What
woke
was
up.
your day like, minute by minute?
I woke up.
Great.
I woke up. I got out of bed. I looked out the window and I said, "A fresh day to fight a handicapped woman's dog." And that's when I started looking. I started crawling about, asking people, because I had my mask. I go, "You seen anyone who, has a service animal?" And someone was like, "Yeah, a guy over there." And it was very early in my morning, 9 a.m. I saw a woman who was blind. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." And I said, "I'll walk you across the street." She wasn't even near the street. She was by a mailbox.
Excuse
I
me.
put her hand on my shoulder and I started to walk her, and then put that hand on someone else's shoulder, and she just went to the park. And that's when she left her cute dog vulnerable. He was just looking at me like, "Are you my father now?" And I said,
You can
"I
talk to the animals
am
like Dr.
your
Doolittle.
nightmare." And I murdered it. And I took its skin.
Wow. What feeling rushed through you as the life drained out of the animal's eyes?
I said, "Finally, I can complete the 7th rule, Big Mama's 7th rule.
She'll be
Big
happy
Mama
to
will
hear
look
it.
high upon me now."
Yes, you'll
I
climb
will
the
prove-
ranks.
Mm.
Soon you'll be a ladder boy. Gone are the days of you as a dirt captain. Soon in the eyes of Big
Look
Mama, you'll be a ladder boy.
You look so cold and so in pain.
Well,
You can
As I-
unclench those shoulders.
I cannot because the surgeries, if I loosen my muscles yet a bit, the stitches will collapse out of me, leaving me a pile of mud the way I came into this world.
Understood, old friend, and I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
So that took me through the morning, but now explain the afternoon.
Afternoon, I got lunch, and I sat down. I went to my favorite bagel shop, which is now only doing outside service.
Of
And
course,
says,
everyone is.
Yeah, he says to me, no mask, no enchilada. And I said, old friend, sorry, I put it down for only a second. I put my mask back up.
I'm sorry, Gus. May I interject for a second?
Of course.
This is your favorite bagel shop that doubles as an enchilada establishment.
Mm-hmm. They do bagels, enchiladas, and Sammy is the mechanic.
It's a real all-in-one kind of place.
Yeah, but not all.
Similar.
There's a lot of things they don't do. They don't do surgeries. They don't do fast talking. They don't do side slapping. You know what I mean? They don't do that kind of shit. They got a few people working there. They got Vinny the raped, Wilbur, and Slipstream.
I'm sorry, Gus. May I stop you one more time? Did you say Vinny the raped?
Yes, Vinny the raped. That's the nickname he chose. I don't know the story. I don't care to ask. It seems like a sensitive subject, so I don't broach it. I just go, Vinny. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring that up. But Vinny the raped. Who was the other one?
And
Slipstream.
Slipstream, yeah, Slipstream.
Slipstream is slippy, man. He'll get you anything you want. $35.
How did Well, I think I can guess how Vinny the raped got his name, but Slipstream,
I
perhaps.
never brought it up. It seems too sensitive a topic to broach, and I won't broach it.
Who wants to? So, who's your cop friend?
Who?
The man below.
He's equally your friend as he is mine. He won't talk. He just says Shacky, and he just seems to be sitting there.
Much like the police do.
Very creepy.
I was saying a prayer. I'm finished now.
Oh, great.
Memorial Day prayer.
What were you praying for?
For all the memorials.
Memorial Day.
Memorial
It just
Day.
hit me. That's like a easy pickings for service animal murder. I should have just waited till Monday.
Oh, you mean
they'd all be out.
They'd all be
service
out.
Pigeons, service dogs, service cats, service raccoons.
Gnats.
Just mats.
Gnats. Gnats.
Mats.
Gnats with a G.
Gnats. A guy named Matt. I got a guy named Matt.
If you can get your hands on a gnat, you truly are Ted Williams himself.
Now, those are the rules. You want to bring in our first guest?
Ted Williams makes a great enchilada.
We got to bring in our first guest. He's here.
You've had his.
Yes.
It's
in my prayers.
Santun.
Huh?
You got to bring in our first. I'm going to bring in our first guest.
That's a good
Yes,
idea.
welcome him in.
I will welcome him in. I will welcome
Welcome.
him. with
Is he
open
clean?
arms.
Make sure he's cleaned before he comes in.
Well, I got to make sure he's clean.
We have an extensive biological cleaning process before they enter the show.
This
UV
guy,
light.
Yes,
This
those
guy
hazmat
is
suits
a
with the
big-
smoke.
fella, he's a big fella. His name
Did you
is...
fingerprint him?
Why am
Read
I
all.
in control?
All guests. You tell me. You're the one in control.
It's your
Make sure he's
hour of-
fingerprinted in the guest book. We get every guest's fingerprints on a page.
Get his fingerprints. There he is, live from the Getty Center.
Make sure he's fingerprinted in the guest book.
Hey,
Hanging-
turn your mic off.
Suspended in
Nice.
midair. There he
We-
is, dangling in the sky.
Right, I got it.
Hey,
Hanging-
turn your mic off.
Is he in a slum?
No, not your mic. You need to turn the You need to turn your radio down. Classic
I
radio
got it.
stuff.
I got it.
Getting
He's
too
here.
much Delilah in the background. Turn the radio down.
Cop. Who-
Hey,
what?
this is our friend Jump Shot.
Hello.
Stuntune, I need you to get with it.
I'm with it.
We all good?
I'm with it, man.
Let's whip in our guest. I think we need to centralize and
All
whip
right.
him in. Whip him in.
Centralize.
I'm making sure I'm clean. I'm moisturizing.
Looking good. Now, Dan, how are you
Always.
handling? How are you handling the?
How do you know him?
It's a good question.
I'm for Greg. I'm Gus. I mean, who's your friend?
This is our friend Perlman. This is our friend Dan Perlman. He's here to promote something. I was going to ask him how he's handling the takeover of the liberal women.
The liberal women.
They've taken over. Are you not being asked to cover your face?
Oh, they're asking me to cover. Yes, this is true. That's what I'm here to promote. I'm here to promote liberal women's request that we cover our face, but I'm also here to promote a backlash to that. So I'm kind of here to promote both sides of the argument.
Are you not worried about Big Mama's thrashings of you?
The Martin Lawrence movie?
That's what everyone says.
That's what
everyone says
seems
that.
to think.
Everyone seems to forget about Black Knight. As if Big Mama's house was the only Martin Lawrence vehicle he wrote in.
I don't think it was the only one, but it was definitely the one that had the biggest influence on the culture and led us to where we are today.
Well, I think that's all your time.
Sun Tune and I met at a screening of that, actually.
I must not have remembered.
Big Mama is the queen liberal who has taken over and has incited the 7 rules.
So how do we fight back? This is kind of why
what we need to figure this out.
Yes.
How do we get out of? We have over 500 men hidden in our basement right now.
Well, that's good. Yes.
Because
each taller than the one before.
Yes, standing in size order as demanded.
Yes,
those are the rules.
That's how I think we should do our war, because you have a soldier coming at you and you're like, oh, I barely got past him, and then one inch taller, and then one inch taller, until you have one 6 feet tall.
Can you give it to us in metric for our international guests and viewers?
Some of our listeners are Dutch.
I would also argue that if you go in with the tallest first and slowly go down as the first one gets shot in the head, the next one is lower, so they have to keep lowering their bullets.
Yes,
so that's how you. And then the shortest will be able to get past the levees.
This is the Russian style.
Yes. How else can we take over? How else can we take back our country?
An email chain.
An email chain.
Yes, a series of coordinated emails that we.
Can I tell you?
Right.
Can I tell you a text thread idea I had earlier today? I was saving it for this. So So you've had sex with someone. I've had sex with someone. So you add someone you've had sex with to a text thread, and you tell them add someone you've had sex with, and then they add someone else, and then we keep going and going and going until we get all of Earth on one text thread.
So you add, then you add, then you add. All right, this seems like a good idea, but I don't know how it's going to help us take back our country from the liberal women.
Well, we just get everyone on the same page, and once we're all laughing with Bitmojis. Yes, sorry.
Let me ask you a question. This is a personal question. Who is your beast? Who must
My
you
beast?
kill? Who must you kill to gain rightful heirs to your own self?
The person, or it's mostly been animals.
Mine was a service animal, but yours can be whatever your beast is.
Yes, they're mostly guide dogs for the blind.
You as well?
Me as well?
Yours is also a guide dog? My beast was a guide dog. That was my inner beast that I had to murder. Is yours also?
I had no idea.
We should hang out. It's a great hang. 2 people whose inner beast is a service animal.
Yes. Sir.
And Suntunes is milk.
You murder milk?
Now his beast is the A12 vitamin or something.
The A2 protein. I can't stomach milk, so I have to drink this special that doesn't contain the A2 protein.
What kind? Is it the 90%?
I'm not sure. It comes in a red box.
Did a red box with a white label, or a red box with the reddish white
blue
label
in there too?
Can I ask, because this is my first formal meeting with Gus Takata and Suntune is
Gus Takata is Japanese.
Wow, Gus, you really turned over a new leaf. You let him talk to you like that.
Called me Gus Takata. I thought you have been on the podcast with us before.
I've mostly talked to Greg and Anthony, but so I'm curious, what is are you in the Austin Powers kind of dimension?
What?
Are you talking to Gus?
What's he talking about? I'm talking about I live in Pagoda. Pagoda has been taken over by Big Mama.
Okay.
These are the clothes in her closet. I grabbed these.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally
We need to
wear
blend
these.
in like women.
Yes, the women blend in, yes.
We have to blend in like women. Because if we look like women, then we're allowed outside. You didn't know that?
Well, I'm learning all this for the first time.
Oh, where do you live?
Well, right now I'm above Denzel Washington's house, but I'm willing to make a change, and now I'm in the hospital.
Oh, that's a good place. But do you live there? Where do you reside?
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I'm in New York City.
Nice. Is New York City been taken over by liberal women?
Yes. There are ads for them everywhere.
Have they denied men the ability to not show their faces?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a Botox surgery, Suntune.
To deny their faces? Yes. They don't. Okay. It's mostly floating necks over here.
Okay.
That's when the ball drops at midnight. It's a neck that is lowered.
Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good to me. Anyway, Perlman, thank you for coming on the show. It was really nice to catch up with you. Do you have anything you'd like to promote?
I hope everyone.
Well, we're out of time, but
the rest of Friday Night Greg.
Great. Tune in, tune out.
Mwah.
This will probably be goodbye, my friend. Thank you for coming. You were wonderful as always. Did you like Dan, Anthony? Oh boy. Suntune?
Anthony's not here, Gus.
I mean,
get your act together, Anthony. I need you to do 15 jumping jacks. Yes, you were just sleeping. Did I say Anthony again?
Gus, what is this Anthony bit you're doing?
I call him my worst enemy.
That was your friend, the Jewish friend.
Right, my old Jewish
friend. From what I understand, no?
Who? My old
your
Jewish friend?
The friend was just on with the hooded sweatshirt.
Yes. What did you think of him?
Midair.
What did you think of him?
I don't know how much he can weightlift, but I thought he was a fine boy.
I think, all right, that's pretty good. We probably should have had some more segments planned.
Well, I don't know if what are you pointing a finger in any direction? I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, what do you want to talk about? We have 5 minutes till we have to bring in our next guest.
Well, I'd like to go over the last Ranger game.
Sure.
2-1. They beat out the North Stars in a tough battle.
Great. Let's bring on our next guest. She's great guest.
I think.
Whoa.
What?
I think we got to do a stretch.
We should do a stretch.
It's a good time for a stretch.
All right.
Stretch it out.
Stretch it up. Middle of the episode stretch.
Stretch it out. Stretchy.
I think Suntune's dead.
That's better.
His head just went straight down for a nap.
I stretched myself.
Woo!
Look at this.
Oh, he changed his hair.
Feel like $1 million from that stretch. Fresh.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a man who owns a youth hospital.
My prayers have been answered.
I also want to check in.
Energy bomb. Whoa!
Some of the men we lost in the Great War.
Name them.
Fred Durst.
Rattle them off one by one. I believe there are 1,000 men.
Fred Durst was the first to go. He went out trying to say things like, it's my way of the highway. And Big Mama, in front of everyone, in front of Times Square, snapped his neck. So 1 drink to Fred Durst. We were one of the lost ones.
Cruel as she is.
Drink. Sorry. 2nd drink to the 2nd man lost. LL Cool J.
Killed by a shark.
Killed by a shark.
One of the last to go in his group, though.
I'm not aware of how he went. I only know that he went.
Well, the shark came aboard the ship. They ate most of his friends, and then they finally got him.
The shark came on board?
Well, as best he could.
And he still won.
Well, in the end, no. I forget who wins, but the shark didn't.
But LL Cool J's life was lost.
That did happen during the footage I saw.
Then to LL. Also to the Quad City DJs. They were the third to be lost. God bless. A lot of musical people died. Now, how will we resurrect their life? I don't know. Just by celebrating them weekly.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's bring on our next guest. She is a wonderful human being and one of our good friends. She's going to tell us her name when she gets here, because my memory isn't what it used to be.
Gus, you maybe Gus, put a gun in your hand, Gus. I think that will get you back alive.
I'm alive.
That's the Gus I know. Give me some more of that. From the mountaintop he came.
Yeah, I'll get a gun. I feel like my Aunt Marion. There she is.
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Finally, someone on my level.
Oh, Leslie, the queen of Zumba.
There
Hello.
she is. What
Hello,
an honor.
boys.
Good to see you.
Hello, Leslie.
I love it.
How's it going? You guys staying safe?
Trying with all that's
Safe
going
as-
on, you know.
Safe as they allow.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Where have you been working out these days?
Well, I'm in the basement of my son, so I started a shop down here.
Oh,
what kind of shop?
Making?
Zumba?
Just
What
making
kind of
Zumbas?
son?
What?
He's just making Zumbas?
Forgive our friend. He owns a hostel.
Yeah. Well,
that's pretty good.
I teach Zumba in my son's basement.
You teach Zumba. Can you teach us? Can we do a little Zumba? A quick Zumba? A quick little one, maybe? A little one?
What do you guys want to know?
What's base one of Zumba?
Everything.
That outfit is killer. That is very.
Before we get to that, what union is your son in? I'm a
Bruce.
union guy.
Whoa.
Everyone up. Everyone up and do a
everyone
Zumba. Like our Asian Bruce Lee. I mean, Beetle.
Do you guys feel that in the core?
Give it
I
to
feel
us.
it everywhere. Like lightning bolts streaking through me.
Oh, am I supposed to feel?
Oh, feels
Glad we
so
did our
good.
stretch before this.
Wow,
Put a pulse
that's
on.
good.
Thank you.
You must be making a lot of money in your son's basement. I feel great.
Right?
I feel great. It's like I love
Are
that.
you
outfit.
okay?
Well,
I feel good.
Son,
yes.
what's going on?
My body's reacted to the Zumba in a way that I could not predict.
Okay.
As it's affected my scarf greatly.
It's like you're young again, Sun Tune.
So
That can happen.
what kind of clientele is usually for the Zumba?
Well, we have a lot of Greeks, mainly Greek, just Greek women. Their cores tend to be quite loose, so they come to me and I tighten them in the Zumba.
I've noticed something about Greek women. I don't know if you've noticed. They will not wear masks. They will not.
No.
They won't. I've tried down here. I said it's good for the core, and they still won't wear it.
What other issues do you run into with the Greek women?
They talk a lot. There's a lot of talking, a lot of gossiping. It usually takes me about 15 minutes to start a class because there's just so much. Are you okay?
Sorry, once again, that amount of athletic activity has conflicted with the various surgeries that I've had throughout the years. So it's causing some stitches to come loose. And with that, my insides are bubbling a little bit. But go on.
Wait, did you have lap band?
Yes, I've had a number of lap band surgeries. Aside from the rotator cuff issues that I've experienced.
Okay. Well, you're not supposed to Zumba when you have several lap bands. Did you know that?
It's the first time hearing it, but you can only may God strike me down. So if that's the plan, that's the plan. I'm happy to have Zumba'd.
Okay.
Well, Zumba will fix. It may break one thing, but it'll fix 3 others. You know what I mean? So it's worth the loss.
That is a saying I'm trying to get printed up.
If a couple stitches pop, you should get like a bear. You should get a bear. A picture of a bear.
I think it's good.
You should get a picture of a bear doing Zumba, and it says, "Bust some stitches, don't be bitches. 4 other things are better now."
Yes, but I can't afford that right now, so
easy. This is easy. You go to Staples, tell them my name. Say, Uncle Gus sent me. Give me the give me the Gus deal. Right?
He's big. They love him over at Staples.
Yes, I'm always printing flyers. I have flyers as I always have new ideas that I need to get out there.
Gus always says he prints these flyers that say, "Have you seen this man? Stay 20 feet away." Then he's on the picture.
That's a long flyer.
It's well, yes.
Yes, your flyers are too long.
Yeah, I like a long flyer. It's more of a scroll. That's the deal they're going to give you.
Have you thought about flying it in an airplane instead of printing it?
An airline print.
He's afraid of heights.
That is the problem. I am afraid of heights. I won't even look up. They'll take all my money because they'll put it in the sky and they'll say, "See for yourself." And I say, "I don't look high. I'm too scared to go high because I was in the warplanes."
He pays people to look up for him. I was in his service for many years to just tell him what kind of clouds there are in the sky. Because
you're a really good friend, Gus.
He's my best friend.
Well, we've known each other for many years. Zumba Queen.
Story.
Zumba Queen. Has anyone ever tried to dethrone you?
Once there was a lady down the hall from me who also started a Zumba class.
Wait a minute. Did she also live in your son's basement?
She lives in the same apartment building, and I said I cannot have that, and I slit her throat.
Good for you.
That's what we call in the business the easy fix. When someone is in your way, slit their throats. The easy fix.
Is that on one of your flyers?
Yeah,
I was gonna say it was his second book.
Yeah, my flyer.
A long flyer.
Yes, I slit I slit the throat of an old war hero, and I put because I wanted to kill his service dog. Of course, I don't know if people are following, but I put on the flyer, "Have you seen this man?" Signed Gus Dakota, so that people would go, "Well, Gus didn't kill him. He's looking for him." That's the second easy fix.
You know what? That's what I did after I slit her throat. I put a missing persons all over the building so people wouldn't think that she was dead.
Of course. Or we should do is put a found person report. Found, I've seen her. She's been walking around. You do that for several years. No one will ask.
Now, who do I ask for at Staples for these prints?
Who do you talk to? What is the question?
Who do I ask for at Staples?
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
You can talk to Frenchie.
Frenchie knows.
Talk to Frenchie. Frenchie will give you a 5% discount, or you can talk to Willie Dickhead.
Willie Dickhead, yeah.
Willie Dickhead.
What an unfortunate name.
Very unfortunate.
He chose it.
He chose it. He changed his name.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you shouldn't let your kid choose their name, and that's a good lesson, right? Am I right?
Even if he tries to pay. If he says, "I'll give you $100, let me choose my own name," you say you're not going to pick something good.
He was.
That's how they arrest you.
My son tried to choose his own name. I said, "No, you're not. You're not."
What's your son's name?
He wanted to be called Zumba, and I said, "No, that's my business."
I see how it could be conflicting.
I have a Zumba question. What is the tzatziki and feta situation at the classes?
It's out of control. It's a big mess, and we're working on it at this moment. And that's all I can say about it.
Fair.
Do you have to have certain? Do you have certain registrations? Certain classifications that you've earned to be the queen of Zumba?
Oh yeah, I went to 2 years of community college, and then it's also just a gift, like being a psychic.
Do you improvise?
I do sometimes, and that comes naturally to me. But
Can
that's
we do
only
another
for
Zumba?
advanced. We could do another Zumba.
Can we do another Zumba real quick? I feel like we're feeling it.
Suntune may need to sit this out.
With those stitches he popped. Well, I'll follow.
I can't partake.
Am I doing it right?
You're doing it right.
If you're at home watching, do a Zumba.
Zumba, Zumba, Zumba. Zumba, Zumba, Zumba.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
It's a little too advanced. I got to do the intro class.
That feels good.
I ate a lot of pizza.
Can I show you the move I was taught?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this move. It's
better
called
not be the neighbor.
Wipe it, throw it. Wipe it, throw it. Bring it down. Bring it down.
Where does it go?
Give them the gift. Wipe it, throw it. Wipe it, throw it. Bring it down. Bring it down. Give them the gift. Do you like that?
It's beautiful. Dance is beautiful. And what you do is show life through dance, you know?
Show life through dance. Now, we've got 4 more minutes planned. Do you have anything you'd like to plug before we keep moving on? We might keep you here if that's okay.
Yes, I just came out with a 4 VHS set of Zumba workouts.
Let's pull them up.
Pull them up.
Do we have them? Do we have them? Yes.
Do you have a VCR?
I do not.
I'd have to look.
I do not have one.
I have 3, but no power outlets.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well,
we're gonna have to.
Can you describe? Can you describe what happens in the video?
Well, the first one is we work on what's happening.
Oh,
There's
yes, that's.
Is that Big Mama?
Big Mama likes.
No. You would know if she was here. That's not her. We're okay.
That's
probably what Ghost. Probably.
You really gotta get more than a 1-bedroom apartment if you live in life, you know, because then you have other people walking around.
I can't tell
using microwaves.
Can I say this? These ghosts so much going on. These ghosts don't care. They don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. That's what they tell you.
When we were kids, the ghosts used to care, but these ghosts, no respect.
It's a different breed of ghost.
Yeah.
Because the dead that are dying now, it's an entitled dead. This is a dead that grew up on the internet.
What do you mean the entitled dead? I love that idea. But I want you to expand on it.
Well, these aren't the dead.
Why is that a threat? Why did you get offended?
I don't like to repeat myself. Not in this day and age. The dead that we knew once so well flicked lights on and off. They maybe played with the blinds. But the dead of now, they've all have their own Twitter profiles. So they'll come up right and tap you on the shoulder and tell you about a latte they just bought.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an annoying ghost.
Truly.
That's an annoying ghost. Now we have to bring in our 3rd guest.
Do you need me to leave?
You hear the ghost?
I don't know.
Up to you. You can move over on the couch, or you can whatever you want to do. You could choose.
No,
if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. No, I have to admit him. I'm going to admit him.
The other guest is upstairs.
Yeah, the other guest is upstairs. So
okay, so do you want me to leave?
That's whatever you want to do. We don't really run any rules here. You do what you want.
Well, I'll head out and I'll watch.
Thanks for coming, Zumba Queen.
Thanks for having me. It's been a
great joy.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Keep on pumping.
A slow whip.
All right. I have to change his name. What did you feel about that last guest? That's what I like about our show.
Mesmerizing.
Athletic.
I'm enchanted.
Athletic to boot. Up and down, down and up.
Goat. Great.
I think you might have forgotten the nature of me.
No, I remember the nature of you. I just realized that the nature of you and the nature of me works really needs a goalpost. It switches. You know what I mean?
Gus.
Switches the dynamic.
Gus.
So, yes.
I know Greg entrusted you with the show. Can I tell you one of his little secrets?
Sure.
You got to kiss the guests.
Right.
Hostile owner is right.
The guests need a kiss. They need to feel welcome. They need to feel your mouth and know that you're inviting them in.
Well,
Just a
I
tip.
could do that.
Excellent.
The next guest, wonderful. He is an actual gunslinger, which is very exciting.
Ooh.
Good, a Westerner.
Yes. Have you ever met a gunslinger?
Sure, many times on sets.
Really? Sets? What
Yes.
sets?
The spaghetti westerns I used to film back in my old days.
I didn't know that you did those.
I did plenty. The Lasagna Kid, the two torsos that once knew a thief.
Great.
Everybody's invited. To what party? Gun party. I did 3.
Could you name those again?
The Lasagna Kid.
Uh-huh.
Something about a thief. The second one I wasn't there for that much. I had 45 surgeries that year. And then the third one was, hey, you're all invited to the party. What party? Gun party.
Great. Well, this next one's a real gunslinger, and I can't wait to meet him because I've never met a gunslinger.
Well, I'll be sure to duck.
Well, then you've never been on a Disney cruise.
I have not. I've done nothing either.
You've
Keep
been
it going for...
What Disney cruise have you been on?
The 86, the famous one from 86.
Okay, that checks out.
All right. Keep it going for the gunslinger. Also, you hit admit it. It takes the widget for it to click in. So, the gunslinger.
Be ready, boys.
Duck. Hey, we got a real cowboy in the house. Look at that. Hey, watch where you're pointing that thing, cowboy.
Hey, I'm a gunslinger. I ain't no cowboy, all right? Cowboy.
Oh, my.
My
Whoa.
God. Cowboy. Now, let me
I
ask
like
you,
his
where
views.
are you from?
Who told you I was a cowboy? I ain't no cowboy. I ain't working with no cow shit, all right? I'm a gunslinger. I sling guns. I ain't never touched a cow.
That's tough as hell. That's tough as hell, man.
How long have you been in the cow business?
You're a coward if you're going to keep talking like that. I'll show you. We'll do 10 paces and I'll blow your little tits off.
Gus, protect me.
I shall protect you with my body. I will put my body on your body and take the bullets. Now, gunslinger, where are you from?
I'm from all over. I'm from Death Valley, West Texas, South Dakota, and Miami.
Nice. Looking good.
Where did you get your PhD?
I got my PhD in the hard streets of Tombstone, Arizona, the gravelly streets. I don't need no piece of paper.
Who did you study under?
I studied under the great Doc Hollywood and Wyatt Earp.
Doc Hollywood.
That's right.
Yes, the great Michael Jackson character, Michael Fox. Sorry,
Doc Hollywood. Yeah, he was.
I'd shoot that shaky son of a bitch dead in his Nikes. I'm a gunslinger.
Nice.
Oh wow,
now,
maybe you're the cause of his disease.
Very possible.
He was so scared.
Now, rumor has it I've heard that you live above the Queen of Zumba. Is there any truth to this, gunslinger?
Well, I'm always on the move. I got a wagon and a couple of horses out there, and I move from town to town. Currently, I did take a Zumba class this morning, but I'll be moving on down to another town because we need some gunslingers out there around this COVID. So I'll be slinging guns. And
that's pretty good.
Yeah, what's this program about anyways? I got a gunslinging agent. He put me on here.
Yeah, well, it's a show that somebody else does every Friday.
We're filling in.
we're filling in. We got to be on. It's going well. It's going well.
Did you ever see the old days?
Finance and stocks.
We've yet to get to it, though.
Yes, we will get into finances.
We are an economy-based podcast.
I don't know nothing about that, but I've robbed a few banks here and there, and I go in there, and I stick them up, and I sling the guns, and I take that cash off on my horse.
Gunslinger.
Now, you said you did a Zumba class this morning. Would you like to join us in a quick Zumba? We just had
I don't usually like to Zumba in front of the camera here because I'm a gunslinger, as you know.
Sure.
But you know, if people are gonna be zooming, I'll zoom it up.
All right, we'll just do a quick Zumba. Follow my lead.
All right now.
I can't get it involved because of the surgeries.
And you shake it around and you show it up. Let it. Yeah, now you're doing it, gunslinger.
Oh, the sensors are gonna go nuts.
Yes, give us a little more. Up and down and all around. Get it on up. Get it on down. God damn, gunslinger.
Oof.
That was hot.
Now that's just an example of what I could do. This gun ain't loaded right now. And this gun I stole fair and square right off of Indiana Jones.
Wow.
I didn't know. Here, let me tell you the weirdest thing about if you have a murder weapon, rule 1, don't write your name on it. You know?
How else will it be returned?
Well, I guess, sure, that's a problem. If you lose your gun, you might not get it back. But if you kill someone and they find the weapon, they know who it was.
Yeah, that's an interesting point there.
That's an interesting.
Might not want to write your name on the Indiana Jones. But for you, gunslinger, this is perfect because you shoot whoever you want.
No,
Indiana Jones is going to get in trouble.
I shoot who I please.
Exactly.
Gunslinger.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Who's your every outlaw has an outlaw foe. Who is yours?
My flow's everybody. My foe. You got me talking all crazy. My foe is any man that wants to sling a gun against me. I ride solo. I'm a solo gunslinger. I did a little Kramer there. And then if anyone else tries to sling a gun, I sling a faster gun.
Kramer, the great racial motivator.
Well, yeah. I don't know nothing about that.
Don't know that's what he would call himself, or anyone would call him that.
That's what I know him as.
Sure. Who you just told yourself that, Gus, son? Whatever. I'm Gus.
I saw one of his speeches on YouTube's.
A speech?
Yeah, I saw a great speech he gave in California years back where he racially motivated a group.
I would argue, Gus, that's not what he did, but we can move along as to not be
insensitive.
Insensitive. Great word. Great word.
Thank you.
Now, gunslinger.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask, what's the last time you had to draw arms on someone? Can you walk us through a tale?
I slung a gun this morning. I sling a gun every morning if I have to. I know I went down here I'm staying here in the great town of Queens, and I went to Lots of Bagel, and the little Asian son of a biscuit, she said, "Oh, you gotta wait your turn." And I said, "I don't wait my turn. I'm a gunslinger." And she said, "Oh, you better wait your turn." And I said, "You want to fight?" And she said, "No." And I said, "What are you, yellow?" And evidently, these Asians don't like being called no yellow.
No. They've got a lot of terms they don't like.
That's what a Suntune would say is a racial motivation.
Well, it wasn't racial. I'm a gunslinger. Everybody's my foe.
Mm-hmm. So how did it go down? You pulled the gun on her. She didn't like it. Then what happened?
You take a guess of what happened next, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Oh, I love a game.
She burned your bagel.
You married her.
You put 6 bullets in her head.
You're all correct, except for the one guy who said I married her. I wouldn't marry no Asian name. But she burned up my bagel, and I put 6 bullets right in the belly.
In the belly.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? You and I are very similar people. We both woke up this morning, went to a bagel place, and murdered something. I, a service animal, whom I stole this pelt. You, an Asian woman with 6 bullets to the belly. It's like when Fievel used to say, "We're under the same moon." You know, we were under the same moon doing the same thing. It's kind of beautiful.
I believe he said, we might be sleeping underneath the same great big star.
Right.
Yes. The brilliant talking mouse.
You know
Did he ever go? Go ahead,
Oh,
Gunslinger.
No. It sounds like you might know what happened to 5-0. I was going to tell you why you haven't heard from him.
What?
No, I know nothing. Go ahead.
That boy went west. And you know who he done run into?
Who?
My friend
Gunslinger?
Steve. My friend
Steve?
Steve. He's a huge fan of the show. And, he asked for his autograph, and
what a day for Steve.
Yeah, 5-0 was quite kind.
5-0 went west and met Steve.
That's correct.
Maybe that's why the movie didn't do so good, as the plot was, he'll meet Steve.
Yep.
That's fair. Where'd you get your hat, Cowboy Gunslinger? Is that like a standard issue, or is it given to you? I love to hear, usually a cowboy has a story about their hat.
Well, I took it. I went down, and they told me, now I'm from a village town in Arizona and West Texas and South Dakota. And so they told me, I'm staying here in New York City for a couple of days. And they told me down here, there's a village. And I said, I'm from a village. I feel comfy in a village. So I went down here to this West Village, and this boy, he had a nice tummy on him, and he gave me this here hat. And all I had to give him was, I don't want to get all the way into it, but I gave him a little something, and he gave me this here hat. And it was a wild night.
You gave him something, and he gave you the hat. But what did you give him?
A San Francisco evening.
Yeah, that's something. That's one way to put it. I'll just say my lipstick was on his body, if you know what I mean, boys.
Exactly.
Wears lipstick. I like that.
I slung my gun all over the small of his back.
Oh, we've got 600 men living in our basin right now, getting ready to rebel against the liberal women who've taken over Bayonne. We also wear a lot of lipstick as to hide, and we kiss each other when it gets hot, you know. I don't know if you were listening to the beginning of the show, but that's pretty much the story.
I certainly wasn't. I was watching the 11th hour here on the big television, getting some news numbers.
It's the 11th hour.
It's a television program where a guy who lied a bunch says some weird shit.
That's pretty fair.
Sounds fascinating, Gunslinger.
Gunslinger, looks like they're ringing the bell, the dinner bell. We got a part with you, old friend. We were so happy to have the Gunslinger on our show. Anything you want to promote?
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, I wasn't sure about you boys. You look like a bunch of light in the boots kind of fellas, but you seem like cool men, and I wouldn't mind slaying some guns and making love to all three.
Well, a deal is a deal.
Offer received.
That was a real plot twist at the end there.
No, I think it was emotional. You know, I'd like to put my chest on your chest and see what rubs.
Well, I got nothing to plug except little gunslinging, and I'll see you boys on down the trail.
Happy trails. Great having you, Gunslinger. God bless. Whip him out.
Whip him out.
Whip him out. Whip him out.
Press the wrong button.
Yeah, you push. Looks like these trails are coming to an end here, boys.
The story ends.
Well, we did a radio takeover. We had our fun. We had our time.
Yep, and now I shall go back under the knife.
One more surgery for you, Suntoon. And Shaki, we didn't really get to know who you were at all, but you've got great hair.
Sorry, I was praying again. What was that?
Who are you praying to?
Well, to the sun, god of light.
Sure.
And Dionysius out in the woods, god of drunk.
Well, thank you so much for your hard work. Let's thank all of our guests. Zumba Queen, the Gunslinger, Dan Perlman, our friend Dan Jackie, Suntoon. I'm Gus Dakota. Greg and Anthony will be back next week. We'll see you all soon. Whip 'em out.